Welcome to the Learning Quest channel. I'm your host Salim Akhtar Malik. Learning Quest is an educational channel that provides you quality learning on management and social sciences. It helps you in reinforcing your knowledge by adding to your learning that you gain in your respective university or college. You can get the transcripts or hard copies of the tutorials, including this tutorial, by contacting me on the address shown on the screen. Welcome to the series on business communication. This is tutorial 1 of the business communication series. In this tutorial, I'll be talking to you about informative speech and methods of informing. So, what is informative speaking? This type of speech uses descriptions, demonstrations, vivid, that is clear detail, and definitions to explain a subject, person, or place the audience wants to understand. An informative speech makes a complex topic easy to understand or offers a different point of view. Unlike persuasive speeches, an informative speech relies less on pathos, that is, emotions, and more on communicating information. An informative speech is one that intends to educate the audience on a particular topic. There are many different types of informative speeches, including speeches that describe the conditions of a subject and speeches that instruct the audience on how to perform an action. The main goal of an informative speech is to provide enlightenment regarding a specific topic the audience knows nothing about. It may demonstrate how to use a new type of software, explain a new concept in the field of science, describe an expedition an archaeologist took, or provide details about a person of interest that the audience wants to learn more about. The topics covered in an informative speech should help the audience to understand a subject better and to remember what they learned late. The goal of this type of speech isn't to sway or to distract the audience to the speaker's point of view. Instead, the details need to be laid before the audience so that they can make an educated decision or learn about a subject they are interested in. It is important for the speaker to think about how this information will be presented. An informative speech should rely less on appeal to the emotions of the audience. Instead, an informative speech might rely on visual aids. For example, to give the audience a visual representation of important information contained in the speech. Providing the information in multiple forms during the speech increases the likelihood that the audience will retain the information included in the speech. Next, we will see what are the types of informative speeches. There are 4 types. The first one is the descriptive speech. It helps the speaker create an accurate mental picture in the mind of the audience regarding a specific person, place, or thing. The second type of speech is the demonstrative speech. It describes how to perform an action. The third type is the explanatory speech. It explains the state of a topic. And the fourth type is the definition speech, which explains a concept or theory regarding a topic. What may be the subjects of an informative speech? When choosing a subject of an informative speech, consider whether you want to describe, explain, demonstrate, or educate the audience about the topic. The subject of an informative speech should be one that can be communicated clearly to an audience. When choosing a subject for an informative speech, consider what is the essential information that an audience should know about that subject. So, there can be many subjects of an informative speech. There are many different subjects that can be used in informative speeches. College lectures about an event in history or a historical figure would be considered informative speeches. Other examples of subjects for an informative speech include an actor or actress, the field of advertising, a classic film, that is the history of Dracula, social networking websites, and what causes volcanoes. An informative speech about a particular actor or actress would likely focus on providing a description of who the person is and what movies or plays they have been in. Incorporating famous pictures or clips from works is a way of increasing the audience's retention of the information about the particular person. An informative speech about the causes of a volcano could be considered a how it happens speech, which could be similar to a how to speech. A speech about volcanoes might include a model volcano describing how the model's functioning is similar to other processes in the real world. More technical subjects, such as the field of advertising, require more technical information and specific data relevant to the industry. Technical subjects, especially, but really all informative speeches, benefit from the use of visualizations such as bar graphs or images. The choice of visual aids depends on what information the speaker wants to inform the audience of. We will next talk about methods of informing. The first method of informing is informing through definition. It entails defining concepts clearly and concisely and is an important skill for informative speaking. There are several ways a speaker can inform through definition: synonyms and antonyms, use or function, example and etymology. Now, etymology is the background, that is the historical background of a word. In other words, how a word came into existence, how it evolved in the past. Defining a concept using a synonym or an antonym is a short and effective way to convey meaning. Synonyms are words that have the same or similar meanings, and antonyms are words that have opposite meanings. The next method is informing through description. Informing through description entails creating verbal pictures for your audience. Description is also an important part of informative speeches that use a spatial organizational pattern. Spatial relates to space, since you need to convey the layout of a space or concept. Good descriptions are based on good observations as they convey what is taken in through the senses and answer these type of questions. The next method is about informing through demonstration. When informing through demonstration, a speaker gives verbal directions about how to do something while also physically demonstrating the steps. Like when you see a class on cooking on YouTube. Early morning infomercials are good examples of demonstrative speaking, even though they are also trying to persuade us to buy their miracle products such as a shampoo or a hair color, a particular brand of hair color. Next is informing through explanation. Informing through explanation entails sharing how something works, how something came to be, or why something happened. This method of informing may be useful when a topic is too complex or abstract to demonstrate. When presenting complex information, make sure to break the topic up into manageable units. Avoid information overload and include examples that make the content relevant to the audience. Informing through explanation works well with speeches about processes, events, and issues. For example, a speaker could explain the context surrounding the political debates or the process that takes place during elections. That was all about informative speech. The next tutorial, that is tutorial 2, will be about memorandum writing. So see you in the next tutorial. Till then, bye bye.